I'm standing in the room with feathers glued onto my eyebrows, and nobody else is dressed up in the room. And I'm standing there in a one piece.
Messy night. You broke a
Very
rib.
messy.
I had a nip slip.
So much changes constantly.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. This is why we needed shots. I needed the nerves. I literally have full body chills. Alright, we've done this a million times.
It's just been a year.
Hey, welcome back to the Guess Where I Am podcast.
And who I'm with?
I'm Koke.
I'm Louise.
And today, I'm in Whistler, Canada.
I'm in Stamford, Connecticut.
We are with each other.
And it's
online.
Digitally with each other, and it's season 2.
Season 2, we are back. So much has changed. So many new things to come. I'm so excited.
I'm pumped. I'm riled up. We have the resume now. So much has happened within the last year.
Yeah.
And today's episode is going to be really fun because we're going to be going through all of that and looking back on one of our secret unreleased episodes.
Yes, we have a few unreleased episodes, but this is episode 10, which was going to be the season finale of season 1. But we're going to react to it today because we haven't listened to it in a year and a half now.
Yes. So before it was a celebration of the end of a season, and now we're going to use it as a celebration to start a new season.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. I think for our listeners, if any of you have stayed with us over this time, let's just do like a light mention about the time gap that it's been, because I don't think we can ignore this.
No, for sure. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's now, we're recording this in January of 2025. And the last time we released an episode was what, summer of 23?
We were babies.
We were children.
I'm actually in my mid-20s now, and that is terrifying. Like, I'm actually so scared. I do, however, feel my frontal lobe developing really quickly. So I am so nervous to re-listen to us at 23 when I thought that I was like so smart. And I always say that. I look back like a year and I'm like, God, I was stupid.
Literally knew nothing.
And now like mentally I have changed. My brain is changing. You know, my clothes don't fit the same way and I don't like any of them anymore.
Crazy.
We're just older now.
See, I always think about that. I'm like, will I notice the shift? Or is it just going to happen? I'm going to wake up one day and be like, I'm a different me.
Well, you also have a huge visual change. I feel like I mostly look the same, but you changed your whole hair, and I feel that changed your entire energy.
Personality.
Yeah, you went natural.
I was looking at myself. I know. I wear my hair curly. I haven't dyed it in forever. Yeah. I mean, I miss the blonde. I totally miss the blonde. I don't think I could ever go back to the platinum that I was. I think I could definitely go back to the lighter side. But it feels good. It feels good to, my hair is healthy. I found this picture that you took of me when we were in Perth on Be Real. And it's the most horrifying picture ever because my hair is literally just standing up straight. Do you know what picture I'm on about?
I don't think so.
Oh my God, I'll send it to you because I'm like, wow, my hair actually defied gravity.
Well, I also think that Perth was like a really interesting moment for us as well.
It was.
But we're not getting into any of that yet.
We won't get into that fully. There'll be more episodes going into Perth in more depth, going into Bali in more depth, Perth again, then to Cairns, and then when we parted ways and I stayed and Louise went.
So much. But right now, I think let's get into, why don't you start with where you are right now and, you know, a little bit of detail about Whistler, Canada, because I want to know about that.
Yeah, so I'm currently in Whistler, like I said, in Canada, a place I never ever thought I would ever be, especially for, 5 months now I've been here, which is wild. But I guess we're kind of jumping the plot a little. I am here with my boyfriend, who is a ski instructor. So he's here working, and I'm here not working.
No, but you're working in like a different way. We're doing this.
Yeah. But yeah, we move. I'm still here. I'm loving it. I'm with him. I chose to leave Australia to come here with him. Um, and as much as I think about why did I leave Australia to come to Whistler, Canada, a small town in the mountains, in the cold, where I had to buy a whole new wardrobe because all I had was summer clothes, I wouldn't change it. Things happen. So many things happened last year that changed my perspective on a lot. But yeah, no, it's been good. But also, I'm going to be moving really soon anyways. So I'm always on the move. I don't think I'll settle anytime soon.
I've got a little bit of the travel bug building in me as well, where I've been home for like, oh my God, a year? I can't believe it's been a year. I keep on my mind, I'm like, it's only been 6 months. No, it's been a full year since I've been back. And so I've got the itch, the bug, to want to get back out there again. We'll see what happens, because I also want to move out. So my situation is I'm at home right now, and I'm working in and out of New York City. I live right by New York City, so I'm a commuter and saving up hopefully to move in the city by May. I'm actually going to do it if I'm broke or if I'm not. Like, the issue with staying at home is, like, I'm saving all my money and then I spend it all on, like, crap that I don't really need, because I'm like, well, I've got no other expenses. I could work on my budgeting skills. I need to take some of what I learned in traveling and apply it to my real life.
Yes. Yes. You have to treat New York City as if it's just a whole new country.
Literally. I am gonna be stealing free food from the free food section in the hostels. Matt, I wonder if you could, like, walk into a hostel in New York and, like, raid their free food pantry and walk out. Like, would they know? What's the security like?
Probably. I feel like it'd be the same level of security that it was in Sydney. Remember in Sydney, they were really strict about who came in.
Yeah. But anyway, I've just been working in the film industry on production sets, and then, like, I walk dogs and watch houses as well. That's my side hustle.
You know what? That's what I wish I was doing with my free time.
Honestly, you should look into walking dogs.
Trust me, I have.
Oh, shoot. That's what's going on right now in our lives. Over the last year that since we've come back from traveling.
Yes. I mean, I feel like I haven't ever stopped.
True.
Because I did go home briefly.
You kind of just have a home base now in Whistler.
Yeah. Which is also kind of what I've been doing the past year and a half. I've just been traveling from home base to home base, making wherever I am a home base.
Yeah, I'm kind of sick of being at home. I'm really ready to try something new. I'm over it. Once you start traveling, though, like, that's the issues. You do get the bug, and it never goes away.
It's not going away. It is in us.
Do you want to go into any future plans?
I could talk about future plans, but the thing is, my future plans last week are very different from my future plans right now. So much changes constantly. I don't know what I'm doing in the next 3 months, let alone a month.
Fair.
I have ideas of a plan. I have concepts of a plan.
I always like to say that you can make a plan and the universe will laugh in your face. That's why I say, like, I might move into the city in May, because I feel like if I, like, define that, the universe is gonna be like, psych, no you're not.
Literally.
So I'm leaving it in limbo, but, like, secretly it's gonna happen.
But I also feel like that's the best way to go about things, is to just be very open.
Yeah, and then your expectations don't get crushed.
Exactly. When you're just kind of open to change and letting things come as they are, but still ultimately working towards your end goal, I feel like that's the way to do it. And I feel like that is what traveling has taught me,
Mm-hmm.
especially in this past year and a half, that nothing will go the way you plan, but that's okay.
Oh, and what about future
That's just how it is.
plans for the podcast?
For the podcast, those we have some plans for those.
We might have too many plans. We're very
Yeah,
ambitious with this right now.
we are. Because I feel like we've learned season one was kind of getting our foot into it, understanding what we want to do. We only traveled a little bit prior to that,
Yeah.
but now we've traveled a lot more. We know what we want to do. We have a vision. And so much is going to come from it. And I'm so excited. We can get into it a little bit, but I don't think we should reveal everything. I think
No.
some things we'll just kind of let them come.
I'm tempted to say that we're going to keep the same release schedule of bi-weekly, and
Yes.
that we are planning on bringing some shorter form content along with our long form content.
Yes.
And all of our
And
socials
those,
are still the same.
yep.
We are creating a new social account, though, for people who just really enjoy our photos and want to see more pictures that we've taken while we were traveling. We were making a Pinterest, which is very girl coded of us. We're going full girl on Pinterest.
And we're also starting a YouTube.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because we were going to do that.
Yeah, exactly. They don't know about the YouTube. Oh.
You don't know about the YouTube, but we will be releasing the videos as well. Because I know so many people that love watching podcasts, not just listening to it. So we're here for you.
Yeah. But we have lots of new content ideas that we're going to talk about with our new resume of traveling. Because we've just been, Anna, you've been traveling for like 2 years now. I was traveling really hard for like 6 months. So you might have a little bit more qualifications than I do. So I would like to mention that I might be taking a little step back and being almost a little bit like a producer in some of these longer episodes, because I do have a lot to say, but probably not as much as you. And I want to make sure the people get the good stuff. And I think that you've got a lot of good stuff.
Thank you. I mean, I love our banter, so it's hard for me to be like, yeah, you leave. You get out of here.
I'll still be
you
here.
Say what you gotta say and go.
Here. I just might be quiet. I might just be like, just, your little house plant in the corner, keeping things bright. Adding my opinion.
Yeah. But I think that'll come a little bit later because we still have so much. I feel like, how many countries have you been to in the past year?
Ooh, I went to Canada for a brief weekend, which is a wild story. In my head, it's wild. Reality is really tame. It's just like poor planning. When I was in Australia, I went to Bali with you, and then I also did the North and South Island of New Zealand. Which was crazy because you did New Zealand as well, but you rented a van. I was on a bus, which was a different experience. And I also didn't do it well, but I didn't plan it. It was one of those things where I got to New Zealand with travel fatigue. And so I was like, I kind of just want to get home, but like this is so beautiful and I don't want to miss out. But like I can't not do it because I'm in that area, but I didn't really have it in me to do it properly. So there's like a ton of ways that you can travel New Zealand, and I think I traveled the worst way. Single-handedly the worst way. Which made it difficult and made me very antisocial. I kind of did New Zealand like a hermit. But it still happened, and we'll get into that when we have like a New Zealand episode, because our opinions will be, or our experience will be, black and white. Like when I tell you that New Zealand I was a different person, not in like a fun party girl way, but in like an introvert hermit, don't freaking mess with me type of way.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
also, like you, didn't have the right wardrobe. I had all summer clothes, and it's kind of cold in
Mhm.
areas of
And
New
it was
Zealand.
cold. It
And
was
so I
so
had like
cold when I
one
was there.
sweater to my name and like a pair
Yeah.
of leggings that I'd wear under my jeans.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah.
And I didn't have room in my backpack. I was traveling with like a 45-liter backpack, and people usually travel with like 60. Or
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't have the room for any sweaters. All of like my
Mhm.
bag was full of summer clothes, and I couldn't get rid of those. I'm a summer
Yeah.
girl.
And I'm attached to all my summer
And
clothes.
and
Yeah.
I love them. I can't let
Yeah.
them go. I had no pants for all of Australia
Same.
because you don't need it.
I'm actually wearing a pair of pants that I bought in Australia. Because I went to Australia with just a pair of leggings.
Mm-hmm.
I left Australia with jeans. I bought jeans with you in Perth.
Oh,
My favorite
right.
jeans.
Yeah.
And then the cotton linen pants.
I remember when you bought those Levi's, they were light wash, and it was like a changing moment. You're like, I'm going light
Mhm.
wash. It was a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a very big moment. I feel like that was the beginning of the new me.
Yeah. Honestly, I love the natural look for you.
Thank you.
Plus, isn't
Thank
it
you.
nice not to have to worry about your roots all the time? Isn't that the blonde
No, see,
struggle? Like, that's the
I'm
only
still
reason why I
struggling.
didn't go blonde. I was thinking about it before dyeing my hair dark, and I was like, I can't maintain it. I don't
Yeah.
have the strength.
No, I didn't have the strength or the money, but I did it anyways.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, that's honestly words to live by for traveling is you'll find moments when you don't have the strength and you don't have the money, but you make it work. And it's
You
always
keep
worth it.
going.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
those moments of adversity, maybe, if that's the right word, where
Could be.
you're wearing thin, and then like you see the most amazing thing, or you meet the best person, and you're like, okay, I'm rejuvenated. Like, I was at my lowest
100%.
when I left, and then I landed in Queenstown and I saw the view, and I was like, I'm back,
Ugh.
baby. Like, now I
Yeah.
really want to do this.
It's like a wake up moment. It's like, wow, everything I've done leading up to this moment has led to here right now. And then you just snap back into yourself, no matter
Yeah.
how tired you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I feel like this might be a great point to start reacting to episode 10.
I'm nervous.
I
I
am
want to put it off, but I don't think we can put it off anymore.
No, we can't put it off. I'm so nervous because I feel like
Yeah.
we can mention this. Every episode that we did of season 1, we took shots for beforehand.
Yeah.
I would like to
And, like,
say that we are
multiple.
completely sober right now.
And you could probably tell.
We are not doing that. Yeah, and I think part of it was being 23, and like you just kind of drink a lot, and then you get older and you're like, alcohol kind of like wears me down.
I barely drink. I haven't drank in over a month now. Back when we recorded episode 1, I was probably out at the bars every single night.
Oh my
Drinking a
god.
lot.
The
I was a
amount
regular
that
downtown
yeah.
Savannah.
And when you and I would get together and we would go out, whoa.
Chaos.
But we went on one of our classic tangents.
We did.
So
Of course
let's
we did.
regroup. We are going back to our 10th episode that was unreleased. We
Mhm.
were not sober for this episode, but we are sober
Which
now.
is gonna be very interesting to listen to.
And this was 2 years ago, right?
Yeah. It was.
Wow.
I think
Just-
like a year and a half.
And
roughly,
and I remember just being really excited because we had booked our tickets.
Yeah.
And
did we book it that day or like that week or something?
I think it was that day.
Wow.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Crazy. Ah.
Absolutely crazy. But
So
so
a
that's
lot was going on.
That's what we know going into this.
Yes.
Okay.
A little bit we remember.
I think we should briefly mention the fact that we are looking down because we are FaceTiming each other and we're just looking at each other on the phone.
Yeah.
So
it might be a little
for those
awkward
of
if you're
us-
watching.
Exactly. If you're watching this, like, we're looking at each other. It's just we are downwards. Are you ready?
No, but I have to be.
I know. I'm also not ready. And I'm going to press play.
Hey, welcome back to the Guess Where I Am podcast.
And who I'm with.
My name's Koke.
And I'm Louise.
And today we're in Savannah, Georgia.
But we're with each other.
And a lot of other people.
A lot of other people.
This is a very special episode.
Yes.
For more reasons than one.
Mm-hmm. The biggest, though.
The biggest.
It's our 10th episode. That felt forced.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it one more time. Because also I forgot that I'm saying it's Koke. Like, my name's Koke.
Yeah.
Like, I hesitated. I was like, we haven't done this in a minute.
We haven't done. Okay, I'm going to pause it because I think at least the audio sounds really great.
Uh-huh.
Clearly, we are super hyped.
Yeah.
And the intro hasn't changed.
The intro hasn't changed. That is iconic. We're keeping it the same.
The question is, how many takes did we do to get to that one?
It's very true. Yeah.
In the past, we would probably spend like an hour on our intro and an hour on our outro.
Yeah.
We were recording for hours.
And it most of it wasn't usable because it was just us repeating the same stuff over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So
hopefully we're less repetitive. But
new season,
mentally preparing myself for a lot of like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Please shut up. Learn how to shut up. Please. All right, let's get back into it. Do you have anything to say about the intro?
No, it was tame. It did remind me about how we interviewed a bunch of random people at the bar.
Right.
So
and that's where the audio will probably get crappy because we were using your iPhone headphones, wired headphone mic. And also in a bar where there's super loud music and tons of other people talking.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know where we came up with that idea and why we really thought that was going to be like super successful.
Yeah. Especially because like they were people we didn't know for the most part. We didn't know if they've ever been traveling. So they could have been like, yeah, I've never been traveling. And we'd be like, great. So what's the point? Bye.
And also people who might not be good in an interview situation.
Exactly.
I have no memory except for one, and I'm sure you remember the one that I'm remembering.
Same. That was a great one.
The baseball player, that's all I'll say, and the people listening can wait till we get there.
Yeah, because we'll probably leave that one in because it's so dumb.
So funny.
So funny. That was like a one brain cell moment that we shared.
I think we should skip ahead. Let's get out of the intro and into the juicy stuff. Okay.
I agree.
Then what does that mean? Does that make us automatically a day older, or do we just like lose it?
Oh my gosh.
I sound like an idiot.
Yeah. What were you talking about?
Time zones. We were talking about time zones. In Australia, they're a day ahead. So I was like, what happens to my life? Fucking nothing. Why are you worried about that? I'm gonna just keep playing. What does that mean?
That day is just gone forever.
That doesn't make sense. How?
Just like I lived January 2nd twice this year.
Yeah.
We will never live October 16th.
October is like one of my favorite months.
Me too.
I don't want to lose one of those days. God, I couldn't have picked a different month.
But if it's our favorite month, then it kind of makes sense that we're doing the best thing we could ever do in our favorite month.
I hope though, but I feel like I don't know if Australia celebrates Halloween.
Yeah, but
and that's like kind of the biggest reason why I love October.
Well, I also love the weather, but we are going into their summer, so
it'll still be cold.
No, it won't.
Yeah. But it'll be going right into warm,
exactly.
not going into cold.
We wouldn't have to wait a really long time. Yeah. Still,
it's gonna be interesting.
We're gonna have to dress up for Halloween anyway.
No, 100%. I would like to now talk about us dressing up for Halloween.
Oh, our outfits, because we
Yeah,
did. And we
we
went
did.
off.
We,
It wasn't
yeah,
half-assed. We had the best costumes in the club.
yes, we did. And to mention, no, Australia doesn't really celebrate Halloween. It was
They had
very sad.
they had a Halloween weekend the weekend before, because I think
Hmm.
Halloween was on a Wednesday or a Tuesday or something like
Yeah.
that. And on actual Halloween day and the following weekend, dead.
Hmm.
No celebration. I'll never, ever forget Halloween. And I loved our costumes.
I loved our costume so much. It was so good. We made a bunch of funny TikToks. There was also one TikTok of me that you took of me, where I'm standing in a room with feathers glued onto my eyebrows, and nobody else is dressed up in the room, and I'm standing there in a one piece, looking around like, uh, hello, like a giant bullseye on my head.
And I was wearing a lei. Is that what it's called? Or
A
a hula
halo?
skirt?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hula skirt.
Yeah. So if you guys can't guess what we dressed up as, Anna, why don't you do the reveal?
We were Cody, Maverick, and Chicken Joe from Surf's Up. And it
My
was
favorite
iconic.
movie ever. I forced Anna into it. I was like, she was honestly, it really didn't take that much work
I
to
was just about to
convince
say,
you.
yeah. You were like, let's do
But
it.
I
I'm
was like,
like,
this is what we're doing. And
okay.
we got really lucky because I wouldn't have expected Perth to have a Halloween store,
Yeah.
especially because of how much they didn't really celebrate Halloween.
Hmm. Hmm.
But there happened to be one Halloween store and it had
Yeah.
everything that we needed.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I probably did tell you that. I was wearing like this brown tie top.
Hmm.
And as the night went on, that top got looser and looser. And there was a point when I was dancing in a club and the girl came out and she was like, your boob's out. And I was like, so drunk that I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I love you. Thank you. Like, no, like I was so nonchalant, like that
Not trying to
mysterious
fix
girl, like,
it.
oh my God, wow, whoops, I love you. And I hugged her and every tits out and everything.
Dude, at the club on Halloween weekend.
Yeah, on at Halloween weekend, yeah, whatever.
Oh my god. I have
Crazy
the
fun
worst
night.
bruises from that week. I just remember from that night. I mean, I remember a few things, even though I don't remember a lot of that night. But one of the things I remember is there was this tiny gap in between where the bar was and the dance floor was, between railings, and I was like, I can fit through that.
Bella Hadid.
I was not Bella Hadid for Halloween. I was Cody Maverick. I was a penguin. It was so tiny. And I remember getting halfway through it and being like, wow, I'm crushing every organ in my body right now. But I
Wait,
was halfway. I had it, like, either way I went, it would still hurt.
the funniest part though is that this railing is not that long. Like all you had to do was take one step to the opening that was human sized, and you were like, no,
Yeah,
I'm going through the gap.
yeah, shortcut. Yeah, because then I remember we went back like a weekend or two later, and I had to look at it and be like, wow, I really thought I could do that. Couldn't,
Yeah.
but I did.
Messy night. You broke a
Very
rib.
messy.
I had a nip slip.
Australia Halloween, that was something.
We made it a rager.
We did. We did. We were those two American girls that are like, this is our tradition.
Yeah.
We're bringing it here with all these other non-Australians that we were with.
And it's also really funny just listening to episode 10 and us getting excited and thinking about all these moments that we then ended up living.
Yeah.
Being in the future. I mean, I guess I'm also like, I'm just having a stupid moment because this is probably like not something I should think about, but I'm like, wow, past selves, like they don't know anything. And now we
Literally.
have all of the knowledge of what had happened.
Hmm.
And looking back on it's kind of surreal.
Very.
Why did I care about time zones? Okay, should we get back into it?
Yeah, we'll keep moving. There, we're gonna, by that point, I mean, it'll be like 2 weeks we're there. We're gonna establish some friends at that point.
Hopefully.
Did we?
We had one. Barely.
We had, yeah, yes, we had
Annika.
one, Annika, yes. And our room situation was really weird.
Such
which was-
strange. Yeah.
And the hostel that we stayed in was more of a working hostel and less of a, like, hangout hostel.
Yeah, it was the weirdest hostel I think I've ever been into.
We didn't make any friends.
We made no friends.
Except for the one. We made half a friend who was really great, but we only knew her for, like, the last, like, 3 days or something like that.
And then we got our own place.
Yeah. Oh, God, I still have phantom pain. Oh, the most uncomfortable Airbnb. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful Airbnb.
Yeah.
But all their furniture was vintage and wood and had no comfort.
No cushions.
Oh, that couch. It wasn't even a couch. It was like
No.
it was just like a wooden chair with a pillow.
It was strange.
It was really
Very
strange. Okay. Back to it.
Let's keep listening. We will. 100%.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make whoever we are friends with dress up with us and celebrate with us.
It was just us.
So,
We have to. It's Halloween.
it's Halloween. It's an important night.
Exactly.
It's my favorite holiday.
Right? And even if it's just us going to the bars dressed up,
Yeah, that's fine. Are we doing a duo costume?
I think we should.
Okay.
I think we should. Or we can make it, I don't know what day Halloween is on, but I think we can make it a whole weekend thing too.
Yeah. 3 costumes? Yeah.
Yeah. Solo, duo, and then group.
None of that. We did one costume.
That's the move. Oh, I'm already gonna start thinking about
Me too.
ideas.
Especially being a blonde and a brunette. We're set. There's so many.
We've got options.
That's endless
Yeah,
options.
and I don't. It's questionable whether I want to do something really basic or something like interesting.
Right? Yeah. Well, we'll have at minimum 3.
Yeah,
So we can do one of each.
So bold of
We're gonna start
us.
thinking about it
Yeah.
now too.
We got 90-ish days. Yeah.
It's gonna be so fun.
I'm so excited. But yeah,
Tickets booked.
flights booked. Wow. I like that.
Well, okay, so
I like that, but I don't because, you know, that's like worst case
It's a
scenario.
worst case scenario thing. It's
Yeah.
a good thing to know. I would never think about that.
No, yeah, not at all.
Yeah. Do I know how to make a fire on my own? No. Other really
Wait.
important survival hacks and tricks that I should
Nope.
know? How to even put up a tent?
I do.
Oh,
You got
my
me.
God. Good frick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when am I ever gonna go camping alone?
It's so true.
I'll see those
Please
videos.
never do that. So scary.
I'll see those videos of people who do van life or like hiking life. And it's these girls and all they have is like a dog.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's so pretty, so cool. And there's a piece of me who's like, I could do that. And then reality, no.
Oh, I could do that.
Really?
Oh, I want to do van life. At some point in my life, 1000% I want to be living in a van, driving around.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool. I almost convinced myself to, well, no, I've always wanted to do it. I've almost convinced my family to let me do it because I was
Okay, wait. Okay, wait. You need
up
to
a second.
spill.
So, besides the fact, since then, in the past year and a half, I've done van life twice. It is in the works for this year / next year to do it full time.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No, I love van life. Van life is the best. And that
You
excitement
kind
for
of
it still
manifested
holds.
that.
Yeah. Because it
For
wasn't in the
yourself.
plan for me to do it in Australia, at least that soon. The first time I did it was in March of 24. Less than a year after that was recorded, not even 6 months after we recorded that episode. I did it for 2 weeks in New Zealand, and then I did it again going up the coast of Australia in May, and it was so much fun. Both were so different.
We'll have to have an episode in the future where you really deep dive into those
100%.
experiences
Yes.
because there is so much to van life that I just, looking back, I think that I could probably do van life now. I think past me was really a city girl.
Yes. Yes.
And I've gone a little nature. So I'd like to take back my statement there. But I'm so happy that you were able to make that work for yourself and achieve that goal, and that you found someone who wants to do that with you.
Yeah.
Like, that is awesome.
Yeah. No, I'm going to have Joe come on when we talk about the van life experience, because also doing it in New Zealand versus doing it in Australia was vastly different. New Zealand is so accommodating for van life and travel. Australia, it's like they're sick of the people living in vans. You can't park anywhere overnight. We had a stealth camp almost every night.
Oh my God.
And that was a little risky, but it was fun. I can't wait to do it again. I think about it every day.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Would you ever get a van pet?
Oh, 100%. 1,000%. I want a little mini dachshund.
Okay, yes. And I was going to say that I feel like you would do so well with a little hiking dog.
Yeah. Yeah. That's also in the works. That is happening.
No way.
Dude,
No
I'm manifesting
way.
it. It has to happen.
Van first, dog second.
Exactly. Because the dog needs to grow up in the van to be used to it and be chill with it.
Okay, that's so cool. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit more.
Okay.
Try and get to these interviews.
Chronological order.
Social Security. Fuck. I already hate myself. Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into it. Interview 1.
All right, we are here with. I'm kidding. Stop. Do you want to say your name?
Shut the front door. I forgot that we interviewed him.
Same.
You're lying. He sounds wasted.
He always sounded like that.
Oh my God. He did give us permission. I remember we asked.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. So funny.
Wow.
Crazy.
Okay.
Okay.
That was like the biggest jump scare.
Same.
We just ripped the damn Band-Aid off.
Yeah. That was it.
All right, here we go. Oh my God.
Do you want to say your name
Sure.
and your social security number?
Yes.
No, you don't have to put it in your ear. You can just talk to
we're
this
just
thing.
talking.
Go ahead. What's your social
I'm
security?
so funny.
Yeah, and your mom's maiden name.
Wait, time out. Restart. All right, my social security is 59. No, I'm
1,
just
2,
kidding.
3, 4.
I'll give my phone number instead. 727-514.
Oh my God.
That's the
All the
rest.
TikTok girls are gonna come for you.
I know, you and your whole podcast.
It's time for the interview.
Here we go.
Hello. Welcome to the interview.
Do you have advice?
10 shots for 10 episodes.
It's happening.
Lots of people are going to give advice, and I'm not one of them.
Oh, you can give advice.
Fuck men.
Oh
Period.
my God. Do you want to introduce our friend here?
That was my friend Bree. Icon. She was going through it at that time. Let me say that.
Yeah.
But we're all good now.
Oh, I haven't spoken to her in so long.
I love her. Talk to her every day.
Okay.
And she said, fuck men.
Period.
That was her advice.
Yeah. Great advice.
So happy that she was able to do a feature.
Take that as you want.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
And also, thank you to this guy who just buys alcohol, but also fuck him. Are you ready for your interview?
I sure am.
Okay. So, you should say your name, what you do, and one thing that you love, and then we'll go into the questions.
Sean Floyd, picture for the party animals.
Hell yeah. One thing that you appreciate in life. Your favorite color?
Wait, how many questions are we doing here?
Well, just either one. This is the intro, and then I'm gonna ask you the question.
Favorite color would probably be blue, because my baby blue eyes, no big deal.
Oh, wow, look at him, he sparkles. Okay, so then the question is, what's your advice? One advice for life, and then I want one advice for traveling, because you're kind of a traveler.
I am.
So since you're part of a team, you've been around.
So my advice would probably be where your feet are. It sounds cliche, but it's like enjoy the moment, you know? Live in the moment. Don't fucking be all on your phone, all that shit.
I am sick to my stomach. I want someone to take that microphone from me so badly, because why can't I stay on one thought? It's like the ADHD brain ran wild and I couldn't shut up. I needed to shut up.
No,
Why
I
did
think
no
it
one
was
tell
good.
me to shut up?
I think it was good because you were giving, not everybody wants to be interviewed. Not everybody's media trained and knows how to answer questions quickly. So you're giving him options for him to answer.
I love your perspective. Okay, deep breaths.
Let's keep that
breaths.
thing.
Enjoy where you're at. Live it up. Have some fun. And what was the other question?
Advice for any type of person who may be traveler, anyone who might be questioning their future. Do you trust your gut? Do you make the big leap?
Alright, so me personally, it would be a full send. If
Okay.
you see somebody you want to go talk to them. Just fucking send it. What's the worst that's gonna happen? They'll turn it away or they'll love it. So just fucking send it and see what happens.
And then your most favorite place that you've ever been to,
Ooh.
and why?
First time was in Las Vegas, but I would say Nashville has it. Nashville is at the top of the charts.
Why?
Unbelievable town. It's a whole party. It's like you can walk anywhere you want in a couple minutes. The party is on one street.
Okay.
It's nothing better than Nashville.
And then your party animals, your brothers. You love them or you hate them?
Oh, I fucking love them. But what we do hate is the fucking Savannah Bananas.
Okay, so fuck the Savannah Bananas.
Fuck 'em.
Let's go pink and black.
Pink and black all day.
Party animals. I
Yours.
bleed for them.
Yes.
Number 25. Thank you for being on the podcast.
No problem.
Welcome.
You shut your mouth.
He's a liar.
It's alright.
Pants on fire.
We'll talk about that in the next episode.
Okay.
Make sure you tune in to watch. Party animals will be there.
All right, thank you.
That's like really hard for me to listen to.
I'm so sorry. It's all you. I know, but I enjoyed it.
I need to shut the fuck up.
No.
I think I was nervous.
Nothing's changed. I felt the same way then. I feel the same way now.
And I still enjoy it.
And you are still such a supportive friend. Oh my God.
I think it was good. I honestly think for the type of person he is, he truly embodies what he does. He is a party animal. But his advice was actually pretty good. Be where your feet are and be present. Put your phone down. I love it. I'm never on my phone. So I love his advice. And the interview was a great listen for me.
Yeah, you're lucky. You just get to listen. I agree. I thought his advice was really nice. It's just, stay present and just send it,
Just send it.
You could take those aspects into many places of your life.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Do you have anything else to say?
No? Not on that one?
All right, welcome back. We are here with
Jalen. And Indy. Rowan.
Okay, and we are gonna ask them, what's your favorite animal?
Starting easy.
Probably a shark. Otter, hands down. I'm pretty basic cat. I'd like to redo my answer.
Okay.
The kangaroo.
Oh, very Australian of you.
Redo? Okay, cuttlefish.
Okay.
I also go by DC.
Clearly, animal is a big topic of debate. Anyways, I want to ask you guys, have you traveled before?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes?
Out of country?
Out of country, in country? Would you consider yourself a traveler?
Yes. I'm about to be.
About to be how?
I'm going to New Zealand for the Women's World Cup.
Do you know that we're going to Australia?
Of course I brought that
I'll
up.
be there too.
In October.
Not that far away.
Okay, well, never mind. I heard New Zealand's beautiful. I hear amazing things. Are you a fan of The Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, I got 2 Lego sets on my fucking balcony right now.
Well, then you have to do that. Like, that is the place for The Lord of the Rings. Anyways, point is, the question is, what would be your biggest advice for anybody who wants to start traveling? Like, should they do it? Should they not? How should they do it? Why should they do it? Like, take this question broad. Take it in the way that you want to take it.
I over-explain?
Okay.
Well, all right. If you ever get the ability to travel, fucking do it. I have reasons I won't say.
No,
Well,
you
why I
have,
want to leave the country.
At least say why a little bit. You don't have to be super
Well, I have
specific.
more reasons. But
Okay.
travel around as much as you can because it's a big world. It's a small world, but a big world at the same time. And there are a lot of people that you can meet, a lot of cultures you can experience. And the closer you get to more people that are different from you, the closer you get to humanity. And the more you get to know what it means to be a person, be a human being. And if you know how to be a human being, you can do just about anything.
Wow, I love that. That's great.
He went really deep.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
I was not expecting that deep of an answer.
No. But that was
That was a
good.
very, his hot take was the more cultures and places you go, the closer you get to humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting take.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
Your turn.
What was the question?
Anybody who's thinking about traveling, why should they do it? Should they take that
Could be the
leap, drop everything
substances.
that they're doing to just go ahead and fuck it?
So I saw this on an Instagram reel. It was one of the most inspirational things is that a guy and a girl, they just sort of went to the airport, bought some tickets, went to wherever, asked a person like, hey, where's the best Philly cheesesteak? And I think that's a great way of doing it. Like, you don't really need a plan to travel. You just have to go and work up the courage to talk to people. So that's me.
Hey, I like it. What about you? Do you have any advice on traveling?
Definitely agree. If you have the chance, do it. Don't have a plan. Just fucking go there and figure it out while you're going along. That's pretty much how I travel. So, yeah.
And every time you guys have traveled, it's been a positive experience?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Most of the time? It's worth it? You do it again?
Oh, in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be doing it at the same time as you also.
Your face is interesting.
Well, I guess this is traveling, but I went back to my hometown and I visited a college there, and it kind of wasn't it, to be honest.
Team. We'll save that for the Patreon.
Our Patreon joke though, funny. I that made me giggle. The memory.
I was trying
of
to
it.
explain it to Joe the other day, and he's like, I don't get it. And I'm like,
Clearly, he's not on the Patreon.
yeah. You know.
Okay, let's unpack this.
That's
I actually think that that wasn't a bad interview. I am happy that we never released this episode. Not because of how embarrassing and the fact that I couldn't shut up, but the audio quality of these interviews are not it. And I feel like anyone who would listen to this would stop because that would be annoying, frankly.
Yeah. It's painful, but then again, we are putting it in this episode.
I know, but we're putting it in little bite-sized pieces.
Yes.
But I want your opinion on their advice.
On their advice, I would say I'm 50-50. I think at the time I was for it with the having no plans. And I think, I go back on myself on like having a plan, not having a plan. But I've been in a lot. And I think that's going to be this week's Thrills and Spills episode that I got into about Joe and I in Japan, where we didn't really have a plan. And it was very chaotic, the first 5 hours arriving in Japan. So I think it depends on where you're going and where you have that plan. If you go somewhere that you've been before, that's also an English-speaking country, you're fine. Don't have a plan. But if you go somewhere that you don't speak their native language, it's not 100% that they speak English. Have a plan. I'll leave that there.
I completely agree. Plan where it's necessary. I do think, however, not planning to an extent is nice because you'll learn a lot from the people in hostels when you get there.
Yes.
And you'll learn what to do and what not to do because the internet can catfish you.
Yeah.
And we have been catfished before. I think about our time in Bali in that one really cheap hotel room that looked so nice online. And then we walked in and it was disgusting and we couldn't stay there past one night. And that one night was tough.
That was a tough night.
So I have to agree with you where I think their advice is good where you should take the opportunity, don't wait for it to come to you, and plan where you need to be safe.
Yes. Yeah, I think safety is definitely a big thing. Safety and eating food and being comfortable are the things you should plan. Everything else,
Yes.
don't plan.
Yeah.
If you don't.
But give yourself time. Give yourself time. Some of the good stuff books up fast.
Exactly. That, yes. So do your research to an extent.
Yeah. It's a gray area.
It's a very gray area. All right, let's
Alright,
keep
Becky.
listening. There's a point in your life
Yeah.
you have to do it, and you can make it happen.
All right. Should we restart?
Let's do one more.
One more? Okay.
We're halfway into our night. How do you feel? I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good too. Yeah, it's been a really good night. You met me about probably 2 hours ago. Yeah. And that was about 4 hours already into my night. It's already gone up. It's gone up. And always. You know what? When we're together, always. The club is low-key empty, but we're making it full. Oh, it's so full, dude. It's so our energy. We're the shit. I almost
Sorry.
actually
It's okay.
forgot
That's
it.
okay. That's okay.
We're the hottest girls in the
We
club.
are the hottest girls in the club.
I kind of
Yep.
get that sense. Oh, 100%. And I just think our energy too. Yeah. We just carry such a strong presence. Yeah. Yeah. Can't help it. Sorry, not to be like cocky, but like no, just our energy. That's it. Period. And it's a good night. Happy 10th episode. Happy 10th episode. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Cool.
Yeah, we are full of ourselves, but
We're so full of ourselves.
but like it's true. It's all about energy. I've always been about energy. It's just how you carry yourself and the energy you bring into.
It's about the energy.
It is about the energy. Like I agree, but that was so painful. That was so painful to listen to us boast about. Mostly me. About how we're the hottest people. Oh my god.
We did need to be humbled. Someone needed to tear us down.
Yeah.
We, like I said, we got what was coming for us.
Yes. 2024 humbled me in ways I never thought possible. It has, yeah. I don't like, 2024 was actually the worst year ever. Plain and simple. How it was coupled up with some of the most amazing travels I have ever done ever amazes me. It sucked.
I'm just a little scared that like is this life like extreme highs and extreme lows?
Yeah.
You know, I'm ready for a little bit of like a break or maybe like a middle ground because
Yes,
I agree with you
please.
where like 2024 and 2023 was really fun in a lot of ways and it was really hard in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And I just can't really figure out if that is, you know, part of becoming an adult and growing up and finding your footing. Like maybe this is our 20s and we're doing something right, or am I doing something terribly wrong?
Yeah. Yeah. I hope this isn't just us adulting and this isn't how it's going to be forever. I do believe that there's a middle ground. I think we were just on such a high in Savannah and everything was going so right. We had so much to look forward to. We had no idea what to expect. We were about to move across the world. So I feel like our energy was validated at the time. But Yeah. Brought down real quick. Just
It was a phase.
yeah,
Mom, it was just a phase.
Normally I'd say it wasn't just a phase, but that was just a phase, and I'm happy to leave that in the past because I'm not trying to have another high like that just to have another low like I did last year. No,
Yes.
thank you.
It was a messy time.
Very.
And we've cleaned our act up.
Yes, we have. We've matured quite a bit.
Yeah. Okay, but getting back into it.
Yes.
I am here with,
True Gillespie.
and how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good to hear.
Have you traveled before?
I have traveled many times.
What has been your favorite place to travel to?
Indy, because it was my first trip.
Okay, and what was your favorite memory from that vacation, that trip?
Meeting all the fans was the
Yeah?
best part. Fans
What
first.
That one
is
was
your
just
best advice for someone who's looking to travel?
To travel?
Yeah.
Do it.
Just do it?
Just do it. Go wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
Money comes second.
Every time you have traveled, would you say that it's worth it?
Never regretted traveling.
Yeah. Even if you make some shitty mistake, you're like, well, for the best. Yeah.
I've been in 45 plus states in 20 plus countries. Like, it's never worth not traveling.
And do you have? Okay.
Yeah, we can get married.
Wait, but not it lining up perfectly with the beat. Like, dude, it was like ding, 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 ding. And then right as it was about to drop, yeah, we get married.
So nonchalant too about it. Yes. Okay, we knew that bit was coming. That was the only one we remembered. But I do want to give context because now re-listening to the interview, when we asked what his favorite part about traveling was, and he said meeting all the kids, I think we need to give some background context to that, in that he is a baseball player and he meant meeting the fans.
Yes.
Meeting the
Yes.
kids sounds very wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, but
He didn't really say much on the advice part.
yeah. For being such a well-traveled person, like he said, he's been to 20 plus countries, 45 or like 40 states. Yeah. But what do we expect? We're interviewing people when they're at a bar. Like, they don't want to be interviewed. They don't know what to talk about. So.
But that'll always be a highlight that'll never leave my mind, being proposed to and then promptly ignoring it.
Yes. Yes. You fully just moved on immediately.
I feel like these are, like the movie Scrooge, like when he goes from like ghost past and then present and future. These are like my ghost pasts.
These are 3 timelines we're entering.
Yeah, exactly. And it's scary. I do feel like I'm listening to a ghost.
Yeah. No, fully. It's a
Okay.
ghost of our pasts.
Here we go.
That's good. That's all right. And now we get into the interview. I'm with. What's your name?
I am Josh Corley.
Josh Corley. And where are you from?
I am born and raised in Savannah, Georgia.
And do you love Savannah?
Oh yeah, I love Savannah.
Love Savannah. Okay. Have you traveled before?
Oh, extensively. That's why I got into the career that I'm in.
Yeah. What's the career that you're in?
Bartending.
Bartending. And you say that's the shit?
Oh yeah.
All right.
I work 3 to 4 days a week, make bank, and get to travel and fuck off. It's great.
So, out of all the places that you travel to, what's your favorite place to go?
Utah. I like to get away from people, and there's nothing more beautiful than the big 5 national parks down there. Absolutely gorgeous.
Anyway, if you had one piece of advice for anybody who wants to travel, what would it be?
Oh God. Learn how to do it cheap and make your money on the road. I'm actually in the middle of trying to start my own mobile business. In essence, my little comic book thing that I do, Mental Health Monday. And if I could bring it to the world, I would love to do that. But also, if you're an artist, take your own supplies on the road, make your money there. But try and figure out a way to make money while you travel, and then the traveling's a lot easier and cheaper.
Yeah. What is your...
That's a great piece of advice. Was that's like there's many different ways you could do that.
Especially now post-COVID.
Yeah, working remote,
So easy.
passive income, have like a art storefront,
Yeah.
something like that.
Even for like non-creatives, it's relatively easy to
virtual
find.
assistant.
There's so many opportunities out there. Yeah.
Yeah, you
remote
should
jobs.
definitely try to be making money while traveling. It's the best way to do it.
Because it also, I mean, this might just be a me thing. It hurts to spend money without also simultaneously making money.
Yes, I have this weird mindset where if I'm buying something, but I know I'm getting a paycheck soon, I'll be like, well, you know, I'm actually just making $20 less.
Yeah.
That's like how I think about it, which it works for now. We'll see.
Dangerous girl math.
That aged so poorly. That's how that aged. Neither of us made any money on the road.
No, I didn't.
And it
I
is
ended
not
up
easy to make money on the road and work remotely and be creative while traveling. Take those words back, past Anna. Ugh. Ashamed.
big ask.
Huge.
But you did end up making money in Australia. You just had to stay in one place.
Yes. And it's funny because I actually did what he did, and he's entirely correct in that fact. I made an insane amount of money bartending in 3 months. Where that all is now? Couldn't tell you.
I always loved the story of how you got that job because, like most of our stories together, we were on a bar crawl.
Yeah. Well, real quick, I'll just throw that in there. I got interviewed during a bar crawl, very intoxicated. I got the job. The host of the bar crawl was like, come with me. I go into the back office of this bar and just start talking. And then I get the job. Okay.
Do you have any final remarks about the advice that was given in the interviews?
I think the advice I should have taken more to heart. Most of them. Because I was like, yeah, that's like great advice at the time. But then looking back now, I don't really think I took any of that. Realistically. Well, I do think I took the staying present. I think I'm really good at being where my feet are, like Fluke said, but I was not good at saving money or making money on the road. So
Okay,
I don't know.
I have to agree. I think there was a lot of, good information there about everything within traveling. I think you should always take that opportunity if you have one, or try to make it for yourself. Budgeting is so important. It's not as easy as it sounds. So we'll have an episode about that more in depth, about how to budget. I do think that last guy in the interview, he must have budgeting and working while traveling down, because that's not that easy. One thing, actually, sorry, this is completely off topic, not completely off topic, but off what I was just saying. I noticed that this is a big thing with Americans, is everyone that we interviewed, they said their favorite place to travel was somewhere within the United States.
Yeah.
And I think that was really interesting, because a lot of people abroad are always shocked to meet an American. We don't travel that much outside of our country, and I think that this is a perfect example where everyone we talked to, their favorite place was within our country.
Yeah.
And it's honestly, like, you could find almost any environment that you want somewhere else here, and it's a lot easier to get to. So I don't want to, I'm not trying to shame any of them and be like, they're not real travelers, they're only within our country. I think it's totally valid. And I think that there are a lot of places in America to see and visit and experience. Do you have anything to add on that point?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think it took me to leave the country to appreciate the US, because Joe, for example, he has always wanted to travel in the States and do a van life around the States because of how gorgeous the scenery is and the different landscapes we have. And like you were saying, how you can get pretty much any type of geography. Would that be the right?
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Geography? Yeah. You get any type. If you want forests, we have it. You want dirt. I can't talk.
Mountains, beaches.
Yeah, we got it all. We got it all. And I don't think I ever really appreciated that we have all of that within the States. And I still don't really want to travel the States that much, but I appreciate that we have it. And I think a lot of people in other countries also appreciate it.
And
Not my thing.
it's just really easy for us, especially with work and the way that the life is set up here. It's more difficult to find the time because America's so big just to travel from one coast to another. It's like,
Yes.
how long? 6 hours?
Yeah.
More? I don't know.
About that.
It's
From New York to LA, it's like 5 to 6 hours. So
yeah. And so then if you're trying
More
to
or
go
less.
to London or anywhere further, it's even more time that most people don't have. And so there is beauty in your home that you can find. However, the culture, I feel like, is what makes traveling abroad really worth it.
1000%. Yeah, that's I think my biggest thing, because the scenery, I mean, I'm not diminishing that, but the culture is just so fascinating to me, and the art style and the way of living is so different everywhere, and I love it.
Yeah, and
I love traveling.
it's worth trying to figure out how to travel far. But if you can't, there's ways that you can travel locally and find just as great as experience as we heard in all of these interviews.
Exactly.
All right. I guess we can now conclude this episode. You know, how do you feel? Like, this is episode 1 of...
Yeah, episode 1 of season 2. I'm excited. It feels so good to be recording and talking and reliving all the travel moments. Especially now, I feel like I've been in this dead zone of no travel, even though I'm literally still technically traveling.
Yeah.
Because I'm staying put, it doesn't feel like it.
We're mentally reliving it. And close my eyes and it's like I'm there.
Yeah, exactly. So I love this. I'm so excited for everything we have to come. We've been talking about doing season 2 for so long now. So I'm glad we finally just put our foot down and was like, all right, let's get on the call. Let's do it. How do you feel?
I feel great. Same thing. There's just like a lot. I mean, this isn't our most travel heavy episode. This is more of like a catch up episode.
Let's get back into it.
Exactly. So I really think that if you're to the listeners, if you are looking for a podcast about traveling and need the confidence to do it, need advice, or you have any questions, like, here is where you're gonna find your answer for your normal person. Right, this is for your average Joe. We are not flying first class and staying in nice hotels, although that'd be really nice if any companies want to reach out. I'm not going to say no to first class, but we're definitely traveling on a budget and experiencing the most amazing things that we want to share and hopefully give to you all.
Yeah. A lot has changed, but it was all for the better.
Yeah, it's a new season, new us.
Yeah, so we kind of mentioned it in the beginning, but I just wanted to bring up the fact that we're still going to be posting bi-weekly, but every other episode is going to be a shorter episode, most likely a solo storytelling time. So this coming 2 weeks from now will be me sharing one of my thrills and spills. We get into spontaneous past self versus logical present self, where you will hear all about my first day in Japan and learn from my mistakes and probably laugh at me. Here is some clips from that. 200 Australian dollars each way. You are vegan, so have you even looked at any places to eat at? We sit on the floor and start making our peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Joe opens the bread, I open the peanut butter, and now I'm pausing again for dramatic effect. And then 2 episodes from that will be Louise, but we'll still have the long form in there.
Yeah, exactly. I love the idea of a thrill and spill as we're talking, as we had just mentioned about it. I think it's great, you know, sometimes you don't always have an hour, a nice 30-minute break for anyone who's, I don't know, cleaning, doing laundry, eating lunch. Like, you can either listen to a full-length duo episode or just catch a quick thrill and spill. It's a great story where you get to learn something, and yeah, it'll be solo too.
Probably learn from our mistakes mostly, or other people's mistakes.
Honestly.
In those spills.
Do you want to hit them with the classic Coke conclusion?
Of course. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Guess For Podcast, and soon YouTube and Pinterest. We will tag all of them in the description of wherever you're listening to the podcast. And don't forget to follow us and rate us on wherever you're listening or watching. We'll see you very soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Yay! First episode.